Hello, everybody. Welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean. Today, we're going to wrap up this series against the Miami Marlins. It is tied 1-1. We gave up that 2-run, no doubter home run to a dude with 46 power. It was a perfect out of the stadium, and we fall 3-2 in that one. I thought that we had been saved by the solo home run in like the 6th inning or whatever it was. Nope, that did not happen. We gave one up, and this series has been pretty frustrating. They have had the kind of the perfect pitching situation. Yesterday, I tweaked or tinkered around with the lineup maybe a little bit too much and went too much speed over power. I think that putting Marlowe in there is maybe not my best decision because his vision is just like so small. It's so low that it makes it hard to get good timing on his hits. It's a little bit of a mess. I thought I did enough to win the game, but we did give up a ton of hits. We had 10, they had 11 hits. And they had the one extra hit that counted, and that was the 2-run blast. Today we look toward winning the series. George Kirby on the mound with a 7-3 record, 2.04 ERA, taking on Edward Cabrera, 3-2 with a 3.93 ERA. As the Marlins play the Mariners here, we're 30 games over 500. We remain 12.5 ahead of the Astros, 13 ahead of the Rangers, and 14.5 ahead of the Angels. All three of those teams under 500 in their last 10. We are 8-2. Tomorrow, a day off, and then we will have the White Sox through the weekend. We'll have a day off on Monday before an East Coast trip into New York, playing the Yankees, a team that we played recently to the tune of a 2-1 series victory, and that really weird 7-5 game. Really weird. We had a 7-0 lead and then just decided, we'll make this close. And then we'll be in Baltimore, and that's, I believe, the first time we have seen the Orioles, and they are 32-34. And then that'll kind of it. We're already halfway through June of 2023, which is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. You will be able to watch, by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but I will as we get closer and closer, but you will be able to watch the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game, and then likely we'll have those 2 days off and then restart on Friday. Usually with the old seasons that I would do, I would throw extra games up, but I'm not doing that this year. So we'll have those. We'll have a little bit of an All-Star break, but the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game will be on those respective days. And then when we get to the playoffs, if you're curious about that, we're just going to follow our in-game calendar, regardless of if it is if the Mariners make the playoffs in real life. We're not going to match them. We'll just follow our own in-game calendar, because that's where it gets all wonky with the series and stuff. All right, let's jump on in. It's, by the way, 6 p.m. every single day. You can catch a Mariners baseball game, provided they are playing in real life, right here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. So be sure to scroll down and subscribe. Ring the bell, and you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching me get mad and almost break a controller. How about that? Turns out, bopping it a bunch on the bottom, which is what I was doing, kind of knocked something loose, and then I smacked it on the side, and it was like, oh, yeah, I recognize that there's a battery in here. Seafoam Green, George Kirby. We are going to have to do some tinkering here, which is unfortunate, because we do have Pollock, who is, never mind, it's a right-handed pitcher. I don't think we have Marlowe. Haggerty is not great against righties, but his speed might be valuable. We can put Haggerty in the lineup. Couple of switch hitters with Raleigh and Haggerty. So we put Haggerty here, Rodriguez here, and then maybe like a J.P. Crawford 3. J.P. Crawford actually might need to come out. I don't know that I have... Is there anybody? Colton Wong? Colton Wong is the weird one. He can only... Haggerty can technically play shortstop. Here's my DH. Trammell, center, left, right. See, this is the problem. They brought in that extra guy for the injury, but they brought me in like an outfielder, and I could have used more of an infielder. So we might have to just work with Dylan Moore here, which does cut down my left-handed bats, but his speed can still be a factor if I can get him on. He's out of position at shortstop, but should be okay, hopefully. And then Suarez, what I was going to do was flip France and then do that. And then we have most of our guys pretty exhausted on the bench, and then we have a lot of energy here. I guess you could probably try and figure out a DH role if there was somebody worth really working with. Perhaps a JP Crawford. All right, let's figure out this this lineup. We have a lot of righties. And Tramel's a lefty. 52 speed. We actually might just kind of work with this. A lot of speed at the top. Dylan, Evan White. Oh, do I have a better... Teoscar Hernandez is a better option there. Actually, I like Colton Wong a little higher in the lineup, so we'll give him 5. And then we will just kind of alternate the rest of the way. Okay, they have all righties except for Joey Wendell. And Joey Wendell was the man that went deep yesterday. Does that even read off who's pitching? I forget. I forget who's pitching. It doesn't matter. It's Mariners baseball. Welcome on in.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Seattle Mariners. With my partner, Chris Singleton.
Absolutely wild that we are 40 games over 500.
We got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a 3-game set. They've split the first 2, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll.
George Kirby. So they are working. We're going to have only one matchup that's like really an advantage for Miami, and it'll be batter number 2, which is kind of wild. There are his stats: 7-3 in 13 starts, 2.04 ERA, 79.1 innings pitched, 9 walks, 82 strikeouts.
And now the center fielder, John Birdie.
And we'll see what we can do today. The 4-seam fastball has not been my friend. Work with a little cutter.
The pitch. Bounce to the left side. And it finds its way through.
And that is not a good start. That is not the start I'm looking for. This already kind of feels similar to that first game. We only gave up like 5 or 6 hits in the first game, but the hits that we gave up were early in innings, and it really put a lot of stress to where it's like, okay, 1 on, nobody out, instead of 1 on 1 out or 1 on 2 outs.
Birdie runs the other way. Haggerty makes the catch, and there's 1 down.
All right, so 2 pitches, 1 out, 1 hit. They're very aggressive here. I could probably try to throw something outside the zone, maybe either get a swing and miss, or...
And now it's Garrett Cooper up to hit.
If I work low in the zone, maybe I can get a real bad double play.
Birdie runs. Pitch misses inside.
Got him. Beautiful throw by Cal Raleigh.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
I think that might be the difference between Raleigh behind the dish, who was a diamond defender, versus...
The wind and the pitch.
Tom Murphy, who is still a good defender. He might be a gold, maybe a silver behind the plate, but that could be the difference. All right, so we give up the 1 hit. That is an incredibly efficient inning. I think that's like 6 pitches, maybe. Here is their pitcher.
And today's starting pitcher,
that'll be Edward Cabrera. 5 starts with a 3-2 record, a 3.93 ERA, 66.1 innings pitched, 56 hits. He's given up 49 walks to 73 strikeouts, which is a lot.
Bottom of the first. And the batter now, Julio Rodriguez.
And again, they're going to have a pitcher with a repertoire of pitches that are going to be a big pain in my ass. Circle change at 90, a curveball at 86, four seam all the way up at 98, slider at 89, and one extra pitch. I accidentally let
there's the strike.
My hand off of RT. We'll pick that up real quick. Sinker at 97. Slider right over the heart of the plate. I miss. Can't get too aggressive on that second pitch, and I elect to take ball one.
Backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
And the pitch. That misses the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike
that
2.
is the pitch I'm looking for. That's the one that I want.
Curveball that backed up a little bit, stayed high in the zone. You won't want to throw that one again.
That misses. Full count now. The 3-2
All right,
is
we'll take a walk. I think he's already thrown more
4.
pitches than my pitcher has thrown in the entire inning. He's at what,
That's
6?
the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And up next for Seattle, Sam Haggerty. First pitch
Gotta stay
doesn't find the
patient
zone.
here. I really don't want to hit into a double play. We got a lot of speed here at the top of the lineup. The problem is that Haggerty is significantly less effective
Good eye right
against
there.
right-handed pitchers. But I want to use his speed. If I could just try and knock some stuff through here and there. Doesn't have to be doubles all the time.
With this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Good hitters count the 2-0. That one foul
Early
off.
on the slider.
In the air, out towards left center. Soler makes the
That's
grab.
pretty good
one away.
contact. I mean, that's nothing to be too upset about. Ideally, you'd like to try and drive that into the gap. Try and push him
Here's
to
Moore.
third, maybe. Try to get around. But, I mean, hey, good
Off
timing.
to First, Rodriguez back in standing.
A steal actually would be a good plan here.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. And the 1-0. Look out. Straighten him up a little bit. Next offering
That's
is
fine.
in
That's a
for
curveball
strike.
I'm probably not going to do a whole lot with.
Rodriguez stands at first with 1 out. Pickoff throw, and he's back in standing. The 2-1. Way high. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And he walked him.
2 walks in the first has
hell?
to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out 3 bases at this rate.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. To first, and he
They're not
beats
going to get
it.
anybody. The throw is high. That was a terrible piece of contact. We get very lucky there. I think it was going to be a tight double play regardless, just with the amount of speed we have on the bases.
You can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
1 down. Colt Luong up next for the Mariners. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Ripped into center, base hit.
Colton Long with a perfect.
Another comes in to score, and they take a 2-run lead.
Oh, that's a big at bat.
That is exactly what I wanted to see. Got a little aggressive with it.
In that swing, got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel
We
good.
just have this
First and
terrific
second,
speed
1
here.
out. Here's Evan
Helping
White.
me.
Homered last night, added another hit as well. And
There
the
we go,
first
nice
offering
and
is not
relaxed.
close.
We're going to let that one go. Evan White was the guy I was trying to figure out who it was, trying to remember who had the home run that I thought would help us win that game, set us up for a
Righty
potential sweep.
delivers. That's inside. Down
inside.
2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Next pitch is outside.
Well, Boog, early on in this one, having a hard time getting settled in. He's not showing control to throw strikes, and let alone to throw it where he wants in the strike zone. This could be a tough one for him.
That is fine.
Well,
That
really
is fine.
Up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
Wow, okay.
Swing and a miss
Ooh,
for
that
the
was a
strikeout.
walk.
Had him
I don't know
out front
why
for
there was
strike
no
three.
reason to swing
People
at that.
talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice two-strike pitch, though.
2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a miss
Sean,
as he was
no.
late that time.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another guy in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
That was it. That was a 3-run blast.
And the righty deals. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Good job.
Wheels
at
really
damage
came off.
control right
Oh,
there.
God.
But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We'll head to inning number 2 at T-Mobile Park. It's the Mariners 2 and the Marlins
Why do they have
nothing.
2 errors? 2 errors?
Top of the second. Now here's the
That is
cleanup
such a
hitter
good
for Miami,
example of
Luis
why I
Urias.
struggle in these games, right? Like, you know, hey, you're going to miss pitches every once in a while. I mean, if you get if you're able to get that slider on time, able to pick up that slider on time, that's probably a 3-run home run, or at least is going to drive in some runs. If it doesn't quite get out of the park, it's going to be a deep shot. At least push it to a 3-run lead. But, like, you look at the pitch that was ball 4 that I missed, that slider that I missed, that's fine. It's going to happen. But just a really bad strikeout. Not able to pile on when I should be. That's 2 on with
in the air, fairly
1
deep
out.
to right field.
And even the 1 out was, like, not
Squeezes it,
terrible.
and there's one down.
It was pretty decent contact into the outfield. It just, you know, kind of right to him. It's 2 really bad strikeouts that kind of just feel like it's the beginning of the undoing.
Series so far.
And that's where it gets a little bit frustrating. I think I threw 4 pitches in that first inning, by the way. And that's why it gets kind of sketchy when you look at a game like yesterday. It's a great example. Can't push any extra runs across, and then all of a sudden a 2-run home run is the difference.
Jacob Stallings now.
Key here is going to be able to regroup in the second, see if we can keep it going, or if maybe he starts to lean on some of those secondary pitches. Because the
you got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Over to first.
the high speed stuff is getting me. The sinker, the 4-seam fastball. I'm really going to be late on
They
those.
trail things here 2-0.
We have 8 pitches thrown. We have 2 4-pitch innings thrown.
Back here at the ballpark, bottom half of inning number 2. Now the third baseman, Ty France. Cabrera back to work. And that's in the dirt. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more. Boog, our man, Darryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
And the next pitch is way outside.
Yeah,
he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable.
Okay, a
but
little
it's pretty
surprised
fair
that
for the
was
most
not
part.
strike
That
1.
could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and the leadoff batter's on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off his shoulder.
Taylor Tyler Trammell.
Oh, that's a bad
At the plate
swing.
now as he chases
Bad
after that
swing.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball.
I mean, he's thrown 6 pitches. All of them are balls. If I just don't swing.
And that's down and away. That one in for a strike, 2-2.
Kind of looking.
And here it comes.
Oh, wow.
Looking,
Okay,
that's a
absolutely
strikeout.
froze me.
Frustrating end to
That's
the
a
at-bat
really
for the
bad
hitter,
at-bat.
and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
It was right about where I wanted it. I kind of gave up on that one with the control stick.
The pitch. Just missed. Off the mark there. 2 balls and a strike. And that's outside. France at first, 1 gone. And there's a base hit to the left.
I'll take that. A little on the top of it, but
They
no
fired it
big
quickly,
deal.
so it's first and second.
We'll have an
with only 1
option.
away.
If we can
He's
get
been swinging
something
it
going,
really
we'll
well
have the
lately.
chance.
There's nothing cheap about the way
We can
he
get
got
something
that one
deep.
through
France
the
can
infield.
get
That
in
was
from second,
ripped,
and
caught out in front,
depending on the depth of the
didn't
hit,
get under it like he
might
would like,
see
but definitely put a
a
good
send of
swing on it.
Rodriguez.
Now it's going to be Sam Haggerty. Good eye right there.
Happy with myself that I am continuing, like I'm continuing to take pitches, right? Now, a lot of these things, especially when you get a hit, you get a walk, I get real aggressive on the first pitches of the next at-bats, and then things start to unravel from there. We saw it with the Trammell at-bat where I got a little aggressive in the negatives, but we did see the positive side of being a little bit aggressive with Colton Wong. Not a great swing there from Haggerty. Thankfully, it's foul.
And the right-hander deals. That misses the zone. 3 balls and a strike. There's a strike.
Circle change is the primary. Okay. I had him
And a
flipped in my
payoff
head.
pitch. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Racing makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
The batter, not shortstop.
Dylan Moore digs in now. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Foul ball there. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Birdie drifts towards it. Makes the catch. And that is that. Mariners leave a couple as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
I really hope
New
that
inning getting
that's
started. Here's Jordan Groshans.
The third baseman.
Groshans, 23 years old. And they went
the
out and made a
Raleigh
trade
missed
for him
slider
last
doesn't
season.
come back to haunt me.
First pitch, and he just misses. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Goes down looking.
That is the most pitches I've thrown in an at-bat all day. I've thrown an average of 4 pitches per inning, and I threw 4 pitches in that at-bat.
On a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
And a pitch. Fly ball to right. That one gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting ninth.
Runner on
The
at
second
first with
baseman.
one gone.
Garrett.
Here's the second baseman, Garrett Hampton. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. And that one fouled off. At the belt and fires. On the ground. And it gets by him.
Probably could have gone for a dive there.
Now batting.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So the batting order turns over. John Birdie at the plate. Check swing. He went. It's 0-1.
It's going to be a real tight double play here. Might be worth just trying to go for the auto out or the force out at first.
There's the strike up high. And it's 0-2. Got him swinging.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Here's Joey Wendell. That clips the corner.
That was pretty bad, but still a really well executed pitch.
Encarnacion over at second. Hampson at first. 2 out of the inning. Checks his swing. Now
yeah, he
to
went
third. And yes, he did. He went around. Got him.
I'm looking. Okay. All right, gave up a couple of hits. It's the most pitches we've thrown in an inning so far, but we're able to wiggle our way out of it. We've had a lot of base runners, though, with probably not enough results. As we move to the bottom half of inning number 3. And we have him thrown an average of 24.5 pitches per inning, so that's good.
The right-hander back to work. That one missed. Hernandez getting the start in right, batting in the cleanup spot, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League.
And we got a no.
That's back there.
Downer. I lost track of where it is. No idea. It was way further to the right. There we go. Teoscar Hernandez. Here we go.
It's 3-0.
That's what we're looking for. Would have been nice to get one of those with some runners on, but we'll take what we can get. I keep thinking about that Raleigh swing. I keep thinking about it. It's like, God damn it. God damn it.
With this guy's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Colton Wong up to hit. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. Swung on, belted. Birdie ranging back.
Go, 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 go.
It's off the wall.
Oh, off the wall. Damn it. He missed back-to-back jacks by not much. Been real aggressive, effectively aggressive, and smartly aggressive with Colton Wong.
But obviously, you have to be happy with that result.
Oh, that hit off the yellow. Oh.
So, man aboard. Evan White now at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Pitch misses inside.
There we go. Good aggression with Colton Wong. That came in right where I was looking for it. Good layoff with Evan White here. Especially, and in both of those, especially with both of those at-bats resulting in big positive things.
There's the strike.
That's fine. Circle change in. No big deal. He's going to pop it up.
And he'll take it, but
no problem.
Make that mistake again.
Miami's bullpen with some action. Johnny Cueto getting ready to go. Sanchez.
That's a bad swing. Probably way early on the
the
slider.
In this game, but he just hasn't been able to do it enough, unfortunately. You know, he could be getting a feel for that slider, though, so maybe that's something he can build off of.
Next offering is downstairs. That's to third, and that's a fair ball.
Just third, just third, just third.
And they get it.
It's a good hold by Colton Wong.
Third now with nobody out.
It's a good hold. That's what we want to see.
Cal Raleigh.
If it like, I think they go. If it's behind you, run forward. If it's not, stay back.
And he swings and misses, and it's nothing in one.
Really bad. Way too late on that one. Not expecting the 95-mile-an-hour sinker in that spot.
That's down and in. Runners on the corners, no outs. Liner.
There we go. Here we go. This is the kind of offense that we're looking for. Raleigh's power I just have not unlocked all season. Good to get a little smack the other way.
You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And now for Seattle, Ty France worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And that one missing.
That's a good
low.
take. That's a great take. I'm going swinging like an idiot.
Next pitch
That's
is
a great
downstairs.
take. Oh. Ty France, 356 batting average, first in the American League.
White
Dang.
on second. Raleigh on at first with nobody out. Next pitch is outside. 3-0.
Ty France going to work a second walk here.
And that'll
Yes,
load the
he is.
bases.
What a great take.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
They are going to the
Skipper
pen
out of the dugout,
already.
and he's ready to make
He
the
threw,
move.
what, 65
Edward
pitches
Cabrera
in
done
2
for the
innings
night, and he
pitched. I don't
leaves
think
with
we
the
even have an
bases
out
loaded,
here.
So he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. Johnny Cueto.
Who they bringing in?
on
Johnny
pitch
Cueto.
here. Well, no
He
margin
gave us
for
some
error
trouble
in
last
terms
time
of
we saw
rolling
him. He
strikes
has
with the
he has a
bases
6-6
loaded.
record in
Just has to
21 starts.
execute one pitch at a time
75.1
and try
innings
to get
pitched with a
out of this.
5.50 ERA. 47 to 18 strikeouts to walks. Lefties batting a good
Trammell.
chunk better than
Struck
righties,
out looking
and we have
in
a
his
lefty
first
coming
at-bat.
to the plate with Taylor Trammell. Sinker's going to be up at 93. Circle change down to 85. Cutter at 89. Four seam at 93. Slider at 85.
Not the easiest thing.
He is
When
wild
you're
coming
talking
out a
about
little
guy
bit as well.
that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation. Maybe a long relief guy to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
The 1-0. Checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held back according to Ricky Holiday.
Early on the
Bases
sinker.
juiced, no outs. Swing and a miss, and a count 2-1.
Way too early. That was a good speed change right there.
Perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
We're still early on the sinker, which means that we're going to be really early for everything else.
Right-handed reliever. Out towards left center. Birdie under this one. Brings it in.
Oh no! Oh no! I didn't want to send him to third. Why'd that double? Oh my God!
To third, not
That's
in
the second
time.
time it's gotten me where it's like, oh, I didn't mean to send him. It's like it's too late by the time I realize it. I'll take the sac fly there. Not thrilled with it, but late on the slider. There was a little higher in the zone.
And that's a strike.
Ooh.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom.
In the air right field, Encarnacion glides to his left. Grabs it
This
on
was
the
a bit of a
run.
late.
Runner tagging from third.
Yeah.
And that's out number 3.
That was a late hit on my
It was
part.
exciting to see a play at the plate, trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the
And that's,
run
I mean, it's a
in the
good,
inning.
they come in, God damn it. It's fine. It's fine. We have not had the luck on our side with the sends. A couple of them have been okay. One of them was real dumb.
Here's the first baseman,
But
Garrett
we've had
Cooper.
a lot of outs, plays at the plate that have been outs.
The pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Strike 2. Swing and a miss.
That's a really nice fastball by Kirby up in the zone there.
Velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's Luis Urias. Flied out his first time. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. One down, base is empty. There's a strike. And now 2-2. Here's a 2-2. And now it's filled up.
That is really frustrating.
And a 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
See how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
Wow,
and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
God, that's a frustrating at bat.
Just one of those at bats.
Some of those at bats where it's just like it's just off just a touch.
Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
Just looking for one of those pitches, just right in the corner, just dotting something, getting the call.
There, but went around. Grounded out his first time. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. Ground ball left side.
And thank God that was foul.
Just foul. Popped up right side. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Nobody was at first. Really nice play there by Evan White. Gold glove defender. Usually Ty France in that spot. Just kind of hung up enough.
So digging in, Jacob Stallings. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one.
2 strikes.
Cuts and misses.
There
It's a
we go.
strikeout.
Steerack 3, and that'll be the end of
One left for Miami.
top
It's
half of the inning.
5-0.
We're going bottom 4. Good Lord.
Back at T-Mobile Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Sam Haggerty. And the right-hander back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Now he's going to start throwing
Cueto,
balls in the
a
zone.
former
That is going to
All-Star.
give me some trouble.
He features a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, a four-seamer, and he works in a slider.
I don't get those like free pitches,
The wind of the
you know?
pitch.
Okay, missed that one. Good time to lay off there.
Caught him looking for the K.
I was looking low the whole way, and then I saw that slider kind of breaking, and I thought,
I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was
it would
not
drift
that
outside the zone, but no. Now
Stands
he's
in
just
now
dotting
and
shit.
watches strike one.
Just fucking dotting stuff.
There's a swing and a miss.
filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
0-2 now. Now a
Ooh.
pop-up on the infield. Calls it in, 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Oh, that's
one off
a
the bat,
that's a
hard to the
bad
bat,
swing.
Just a lazy fly ball. Racing
Okay.
makes the
Oh, my
catch. and that's the inning.
God.
Nobody left for Seattle as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead.
Fucking close the lid on my
Welcome back. We go to the
water.
top of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Jordan Groshans. And a pitch. There's a strike.
You know, these Marlins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today.
Come
It's been
on.
tough for them to make
Perfect.
contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 1-2.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Gets a piece and stays
That
alive.
is not where I wanted that pitch at all.
The 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Are you serious?
Kicks and deals. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
All of a sudden they figured out how to play baseball.
Swing and a line
Wow,
drive
that
base
is
hit out of the
annoying.
center field. So a man on
This
base
bottom
to start
third of the
inning.
lineup has given me some
Right there,
troubles,
does
and
a
it
great
started
job of staying in
earlier
the big part of the field.
with
Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Groshans in the second or in the third.
Herrera and Encarnacion.
They all of a sudden
the
started
next up for the Marlins.
Putting it together.
Swings through that one. 0-1. And a strike on the outside edge. Groshans on at first. Nobody out. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. White makes the catch.
There's
And
a
there's
terrific
one away.
grab by
That was
Evan
a
White.
good,
Second nice
hard
play he's
fastball
made
with some
at
nice
first.
ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead
In
of a
foul
line drive or
territory.
something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Next pitch
It's
is
not what
popped
I was
up.
looking
France
for, but
under it. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 5, John Birdie.
So the lineup flips over. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, John Birdie. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, this
So
looks
that
like
is
it's
2
gonna be a
outs, both
wasted
of them in
opportunity.
foul
It's frustrating when
territory.
you get the leadoff man
Not
on, but you
great.
can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
That catches the top part of the zone. That is strike 2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with
batting,
2 away.
shortstop,
Joey Wendell. the
Probably
next
should have
up for
sped
the
him up with the
Marlins.
fastball instead of going slower with the
And he
curveball.
swings and misses at the initial offering.
Joey Wendell too early on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
They say you win.
0-2 is the count.
First and second, 2 down. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field.
More?
And
What
puts
the
the squeeze
hell?
on that. And
That looked like
is
he was
that.
in doing a slow motion replay.
And welcome back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Colton Wong. The pitch. Swing and a
Oh,
foul
bad
straight
swing. He
back.
gave me the ball that I've
These
kind of been looking
Mariners
for.
really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Come backer to the
Gonna
mound.
be early on the sinker on the outside.
Fires over to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. And now it's going to be Evan White. That to right. And that is a foul ball. Kicks and fires. Check swing. Went around. And the count is 0-2. And ball one.
2 straight.
1-2 here. Popped up. And it stays fair.
Okay. Real late on that, kind of jammed, but I'll take the little bloop shot.
Exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Totally tied up with that inside pitch. Got to it late and deep in the zone, but he got the bat on plane enough to fight it off the other way.
Cal Raleigh getting ready to hit.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And that one wrapped
Late
foul.
on that, okay.
Yo one. That one is absolutely belted. And
Cal Raleigh with a 2-run blast. That feels good. A little surprised to see the hang-up between first and second there. But hey, that's all right. Coming around to score anyway. Why not just take in the view for a moment? You can see me actually point up there and just send him home. Like, fuck it, we're going all the way.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
One out, base is empty. Ty France up next for the Mariners.
Circle change, good timing on it.
And that one is lifted in the air. That gets
Old
down
bloop
for a
shot.
hit.
Pretty bad
So
swing.
man aboard
A
now
really,
with 1
really
away.
bad swing. The timing was late. It was jammed. Just enough muscle to get it out there for a base hit.
It's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily.
Pretty
it's
bad.
a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Trammell up to hit for the third time.
Gotta look for
as he
pitches like
lays
that
off
a little bit
inside
more. Just
ball
kind of,
one.
even if it's on the edge, gotta take that stuff instead of swinging. That's where things start to really fall apart. I get a little flustered with myself, and it's just kind of
Swinging a
all
foul
over.
straight back.
Thank God that was fouled. That sinker
2013
really
in the
dropped on me.
playoffs. You caught one as the Red Sox played the Rays in the division series.
I sacrificed a bracelet. It was my wrist and my hand.
And that skips in the dirt. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one misses. And now 3 balls and a strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Got him. And he's down on strikes
he
for
dotted
the
it.
second time today.
Fuck.
Back to the top of the Seattle order, Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. On the ground to the left. They take the force out.
Yeah, way too aggressive there. A little frustrated with the strikeout on the previous at-bat.
This 2-run homer.
But we'll take it.
7-0.
We have them. They have 6 hits.
Major League Baseball
But we've been
on
able to
the
keep
show.
them in check here as we go to the end of the top of the 6th inning. We're
Back here at the
gonna
ballpark, all set for the start.
see the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the 3rd time,
Garrett.
and we'll go with Campbell and Flexen.
The inning, and now the first baseman, Garrett Cooper. Kirby back to work. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the
That's
mindset
just a
to
bad
attack
pitch.
instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Throw off line.
It's a really
He's
nice
safe.
play.
And
It's a great
nice job
adjustment.
there to keep it from getting away.
Why did it give me the
So now
pitcher?
it's the 4-hole hitter, Luis Urias. In there, and it's 0-1.
That should have been a tie,
Goes
France.
5 feet 9 inches, 25 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. The 0-2.
Players from Mexico City to Baja California have been in the league going back to the 30s. Mexico has been represented every decade for nearly 100 years now and has a strong history in MLB.
Set down on strikes. Throws him with the heater.
I mean, like
Here's
it's
the
fine.
left fielder,
It's a
Jorge
great play
Soler.
it's a great play on first to make sure that it doesn't get worse. But it's one of those times where the game just kind of goes like, here's a player that you're going to use, and it's like that doesn't make any
Pitch in for a
sense.
strike, and it's 0-1.
And it really looks like these
It's also a
hitters
really
have
bad
been
throw
in
on my
between
part,
with
so-
their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And the pitch. Hacks and misses.
There we go.
It's a
Big old
strikeout.
swing and a miss.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Line to left. And that gets down for a base hit. Haggerty to third. The tag, and that's out number 3. Inning
That
over.
was
The hit and an
god-awful
error in the
base
inning, but
running.
They failed to score. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th.
Okay.
It's
We're
the
not going to score any
Mariners
runs in
7
this one.
and the
We'll score some more in the
Marlins
7th. How about that? We've scored in every odd inning so far. The even numbers have been goose eggs.
Well, we go bottom 6, and stepping in for the Mariners, Sam Haggerty. Foul
Oh, that's a
ball.
bad swing. Come on. He's giving you what you're looking for. The stuff out of the zone.
And the 0-1. And downstairs.
Really good about laying off it early in the game, but not as much here lately.
On the ground, right side. Hampson tosses to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. So up next, Dylan Moore. First offering, and it just misses. And there's a ball. Righty to the plate. That one the other way. And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Man at first. And the batter now, Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered in this game. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
1 for 6 in the series. Solo home run, that's it.
Swing and a
Sean.
miss.
Good
Oh.
late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That
One
one
ball,
not
2
close.
strikes.
And that's ball 1. Moore leads off first with 1 away. Check on the runner. Moore back easily. And
No,
down
Sean,
on strikes he
fucking why?
goes.
Why'd you swing at
Number
that?
2. Here's the second baseman, Colton Luong. Way inside, and that hit him.
I don't care what some players might say. Nobody likes getting hit by a pitch unless you're in an 0-2 count and there's a knuckleballer out there on the mound.
First and second, 2 down. And here's the first baseman, Evan White. In the air out to center. Birdie brings it in for the 3rd out.
I can't
Mariners
believe how
leave a
bad
couple,
that
but they're
strikeout
still
was.
in control. It's
I just like
7-0.
completely lost patience. I saw it coming way in and it's just like, you know what, swing?
Top of inning number 7. And at the plate for Miami, Jordan Groshans. The wide to kick the pitch. There's a strike.
I think ideally we try to get Kirby through 7 here.
He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Late swing, fouled off.
Evan White didn't have another one in him on that one. A little further out.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And a pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. Fights it off, you'll see another. Going 2 now. Blind into right. Hernandez.
That's a terrible pitch. That was terrible.
Ferrar Encarnacion, the next up for the Marlins. Swings here and blasts one left field. And out of here.
Encarnacion has had a couple of good swings on it.
It's
only his 2nd home run of the season, which is a little surprising. But we've seen some good power out of him, some good pop. He missed a couple that went foul, and he was able to get a hold of one and send it out of here.
But he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct.
That one got out of here quick. It gave you the little 1, 2, 3, but
here's Garrett
didn't have much of a shot with that. Fucking, are you kidding me? A perfect to another dude that has sub 50 power.
In there for strike 1. Now 1-1. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
The 1-2. That's out to center field. Rodriguez settles under it. Makes the catch for the out. Back to the top of the Miami order. John Birdie, the next up for the Marlins.
Birdie.
That's hard hit on the line. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front. And up next for Miami, Joey Wendell. Going 1.
Joey Wendell went deep in yesterday's game. You can see he has 46 power. And both of them were perfect, like no doubters.
This to third, France. And that'll do it.
Poor decision to throw to second there with the 91 speed, but able to get him.
Get this closer to respectability. It's now 7-1. This is Mariners
one error
baseball
for the
on
Mariners.
The show Northwest.
Oh, because I pulled the runner off there, the first baseman off the bag. Yeah, I was weird. You could see, like, I didn't even have an opportunity. I was so far away.
Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Swing and a miss.
Is that his? Wow, that was a circle change. That was the one I took deep. All right, we're going to bring in Campbell. Wait, hold on. Did I do that correctly? Okay. Double checking.
Many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Hit hard, that gets through.
There's that 95 power.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Ty France will hit next. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. This one in the air right field. Encarnacion under it.
Late on
And
it.
puts the squeeze on that one. One
Better
down.
timing on that. Might be able to drive it into the gap a little bit, but nothing doing there.
Next is the designated hitter, Taylor Trammell.
Taylor Trammell.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. And he deals. Not the best swing that time from the first round pick. Next offering is outside. In the dirt.
Nah, keep him there. Keep him there. Didn't really get far enough away.
Nice job behind the
It's
plate
only
there.
47 speed, so.
And a foul ball.
Late on that sinker. Way up in the zone.
Raleigh, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. In the air, out towards left center.
Darn.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2.
Darn it.
Back to the top of the lineup, Julio
It's
Rodriguez.
just a little late.
Up next for the
A
Mariners.
smidge under.
Nope.
Just
Ball one.
missed. The pitch. So 2 balls and no strikes.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. And that's ripped into left. Base hit.
Too early on the
Throw
fastball.
stops the lead runner at
Interesting.
second. 2 on and 2 out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Your
Sixto
attention,
Sanchez into
Now
the
pitching
game.
for Miami.
And he's had a tough go of it
Number
against
45,
left-handed batters this year. They've been hitting him hard, so we'll see how he does here.
Right-handed hitters are better against him.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Sam Haggerty.
Change up at 90, sinker 97. Four seam all the way up at 100. Slider at 91, curveball 86.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Raleigh coming home.
What I say, we were going to score in all the odd innings that we're at bat. We get the solo home run back.
Really nice
Let's
job staying
go.
up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So 2 on with 2 away. And up next for Seattle, Dylan Moore. Pitch misses. 1-0. Slow roller up the middle. Over to Cooper. Inning over,
Really
and it
bad
could have
swing
been
on that
worse.
slider.
2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. 8th inning
13
coming up.
hits.
It's the Mariners 8 and the Marlins
8
1.
runs, 1 error. 2 for Miami, and I don't really know. I think it was on like the same
Isaiah
play. I don't know
Campbell
what
will
happened.
Take over here.
And he's been racking up
Isaiah Campbell,
strikeouts
we've been
at a
using him
high rate
frequently.
this
He has a
year.
2.08
Typically at least
ERA in
1
28
inning,
games.
so
3-0
tough to
record,
get
8
to.
holds. 34.2 innings pitched, 40-1 strikeouts to walks, under 180. Batting averages for both lefties and righties.
Back in Seattle, we go to the eighth. And now for the Marlins, Garrett Cooper. The wind and the pitch. That clips the corner. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. One up, one down.
I know we're not all the way out of the woods with this one yet, but it has been kind of a weird game. We had a lot of base runners on. Probably should have a bigger lead.
The next up for the
We've been able to... I mean, the first 3 innings of this game were so long.
First pitch.
We had him on pace to probably throw 25 innings, or 25 pitches an inning, which is like just unheard of. Usually, every once in a while, you'll get one of those really high pitch counts in an inning from me, like in the batter's box. But it doesn't usually translate to multiple innings in a row. Maybe like one in the first, or an early inning. Maybe another one's like close, but not quite the amount that the first time happened. But to be able to do that twice and almost 3 times in a row is very surprising. Did help that we were able to kind of drain that confidence. He threw a lot of first pitch balls, which made me pretty passive. And I think you could see Cueto's pitches taking a bit more of an advantage of that, of like, okay, now it's an 0-1 count instead of a 1-0 count. Then you start to get those really bad swings, putting myself in bad position, and that's where things start to fall apart. But made it pretty easy for me early on. Missed a home run with Raleigh, but able to get one back later in the game. That is not what I was looking for on that pitch.
Even though he's behind in the count.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one is off the wall. Cut off, throw to second, but he's in there easily.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. A great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Stallings in the box now. No balls and a strike. Hit weakly on the ground. Toss to White. They get the out on Stallings. That's the 3rd out. Marlins leave 1. It's still an 8-1 ball game.
I can't believe that we've given up 10 hits. Seems like a lot. I mean, they've had base runners on, I guess, pretty consistently throughout the game. I guess when you see it at 10. It's weird because I thought in the first game, I thought we had actually given up more hits than just like the 5. And in this game, it feels like we've given up fewer than 10. I don't know. It's a weird feeling.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get it.
Chris Flexen's going to come in, and we will. We'll warm up the 50 rated left-handed pitcher.
A little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Next offering misses.
Which isn't a good idea because they have all right-handed batters except for batter number 2. But we'll make him feel like he's part of the team. If I were to honestly go in and look for trades, which I don't think I have a whole lot of depth to work with, I could use a left-handed bullpen guy.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Birdie going back some more. Still going back to the warning track.
Round at the warning track.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Wong in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. That's in for a strike.
That's fine. Dotted that sinker.
Righty delivers. That's a strike.
Fuck. Got to be really wary of an off-speed pitch.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the
I
middle.
was ready for the off-speed pitch.
Now with 1 away.
That sinker was at 95, 96, and that was dropped down to 89, and that was the difference that I was kind of looking for there. Perfect from Colton Wong. 109 exit velo, and that'll give you a runner on with 1 away here.
1 down.
Bottom half of the 8th inning.
Evan White. And the pitch is outside, ball one. Wong, the base runner at first with one out. Gets under it and pops it up. Fair ball. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
One of those really weird,
nice game at the plate
one of those
him.
real
He
weird
looks
hits. I think it's
locked
the
in.
second weird hit we've had with
Made a good
Evan
pitch
White. It's just
inside
a
and
little
jammed it. He
bloop
just
shot
found
into
a
the
way to
outfield.
fight it off
You can
the
see how
other way
close
and
Colton
make it
Wong
work.
gets to the, or stays to the first base bag before he has to book it to second.
So first and second with one man gone. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That one missed.
I thought I was going to hit him and load the bases. We've left 11 on. Marlins have left 8.
Next pitch is outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
The next offering misses. And now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Wow, okay,
they're
made that
all loaded
real easy for me.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with the
Maybe
great
pitched around the
pass.
power.
Ty France up next for the Mariners. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
On the ground to third. Has some trouble with it.
Still going to get...
first, and
Oh,
he
wow,
beats
they
it.
didn't
Everyone's
get
safe.
the out. I thought they were still going to get it with France, but it'll be a ribby single.
So the bases are loaded here. One man gone.
Really
In now
early
is
on the
Mariners
changeup that I had
DH,
perfect
Taylor
with Colton
Trammell.
Wong.
Into center and a base hit. One run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's 11-1.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there.
Finally getting something with Trabell. I feel like I haven't had him in the lineup lately, and that's made it a little bit tricky to try and get the timing in.
Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Matt Barnes gets the nod out of the bullpen.
I know they started with a couple of
Coming in
lefties.
out of the pen when
the last
your
couple
guys are
games.
trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for
Knuckle
his
curve at
stats,
87, four
obviously,
seam at
regardless of
97.
the score.
Circle
And
change
now Julio Rodriguez.
at I
And
believe
first
90.
offering is fouled off.
Yes.
And here it comes. Swing and a ball popped up. And it falls. Flying around third is France. He'll score easily. And the lead continues to grow.
Picks himself up an RBI. He probably would have been able to drive that pitch on the outside if he let it just get a little deeper and look to hit it to the opposite field. But he made it work out.
Sam Haggerty, the next to hit.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Lifted in the air out to left. Soler pulls
Just
it down and he
late
makes
with
the
that,
catch. And
that
they're still
four-seam
away.
fastball.
Now batting, the shortstop.
So first and second with 2 outs. Dylan Moore digs in now. And fouled off. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game looking at the pitching matchup where you expected offense to score and not as lopsided as this. But yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Swings
Oh,
and
big
misses.
swing on that knuckle
And the
curve.
count, 1-2.
Very early.
Trammell, the lead runner out at second.
Really primed for a
Rodriguez on at first
fastball.
with 2 down. Good eye right there.
He went with it. He went with the pitch I thought he would go with. Missed the spot.
Goes down
And
swinging
got me
for
with
the
that
strikeout.
84 mile an hour
And
knuckle
out front
curve.
for
All right, maybe
strike
not the
3.
greatest ending to that, but
9 men come to the plate,
we
4
do
score.
push across
9th
4
inning
more
coming up.
runs in the bottom
It's
of the 8th.
Mariners 12
18
and the
hits,
Marlins
12
1.
runs, 1 error for the Mariners.
New pitcher now, Chris Flexen.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And now for the Marlins, Jordan
I'm
Groshans.
gonna make you sit through that. We'll just
The pitch. That one's in there.
run with
and
it.
That's strike one. Flexen.
It is the part of the lineup that has given us the most trouble.
He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. Toss to White. Now one gone in the ninth.
Up next for the Marlins, the right fielder, Gerard Encarnacion.
And up next for Miami, Gerard Encarnacion. He's already homered here in this one. There's the strike. On a line, base hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And the righty deals. And now 2-0.
Too anxious there.
Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And he's got a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Back to the top of the order, and at the plate for Miami, John Birdie.
A little confused as to why I can't get these outs. That bottom of the lineup has been tricky all day long.
Late on that fastball. Second and third here, one away.
It is, of course, a pretty good example of what we've been able to do against Miami. We've given up some base runners, but for the most part, we've been able to wiggle our way out of it. That is a strike.
And down on strikes.
That's a really nice pitch right there. You get the strikeout. That's important. Because it means that we can take the force out at first base and just end this game.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Is just one strike away. Out to short, Moore. On to first.
All right, there we go. It's 12-1 victory. Really could have used one of those hits in yesterday's game to extend that lead and make that two-run home run not cost us the game. But what are you going to do? Right? You're going to win. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some. We're looking pretty good through, I believe it's 67 games that we've played now, 49 and 18, which is always a positive. This was an interesting game to watch. I think it was really long, and it's still just a regulation. I mean, it's a home regulation game, like a home team winning regulation game. 8.5 innings. We took a long time early on in that game. We had him pitching 20-plus pitches in the first and the second. We had him at 49 through 2, and we had him at about 65 before he left, which was still another 16 pitches, and I thought that they would leave him in. Once they brought Cueto in, we quieted down quite a bit. We probably should have done a little more damage with how many hits we had, how many walks we had, how consistently we had runners on the base paths. We were one Cal Raleigh swing away from really breaking the game open early. Instead, it was 5-0 for a while, but it felt like a pretty comfortable 5-0. Sometimes it feels like a pretty tense 5-0. Hell, even you go back to the Yankees game that I pointed out earlier in the video. That's a 7-0 lead where you're like, ugh, I don't know. This could get terrible, and it did. But this is what you like to see, right? It doesn't always have to be 12 runs. It's one of those games. Consistent scoring throughout. 2-0, 3-0, 2-0, 1-4 in the 8th. And we're able to really clobber the Miami Marlins. Could have used some of that offense a little bit earlier in the series to make it not quite as stressful, but we do get the victory, and that is what counts. Encarnacion for Miami was 3 for 4 with a solo home run. And Hampson was 2 for 4 with a double. Soler, 1 for 4 with a double. I don't know why they're shouting out Grosshans, because he was 1 for 4 with a strikeout. On our side, we are looking pretty good. I think we only had we had 2 home runs. 2 home runs in today's game. Cal Raleigh, your player of the game, 3 for 4. Excuse me. 3 for 4 with a 3-run blast. He scored 3 times. If Cal Raleigh got on base, he scored. I know one of those is the home run, but whatever. 3 for 4 day for him, gives him player of the game. Colton Wong was 3 for 4, felt really good with him. Happy that he was in the spot. He was in the 5th, batting 5th. He was also 3 for 4, a double, knocked in a couple of runs, scored twice. Teoscar Hernandez was 1 for 5 with a solo home run. Julio Rodriguez, a better game with him today, 3 for 5 with a ribby, and he also scored. George Kirby gets the win, 7 innings pitched, 9 hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 earned on his line. Edward Cabrera, he gets the loss. He pitched 2.0 innings, gave up 6 hits, struck out 3, walked 4, and gave up 5 earned runs. So there you go. We win the series. We win the interleague series with a bit of a funky lineup, and thankfully I was worried about Dylan Moore at the shortstop position. I thought maybe that would kind of goof us up a little bit, but everything worked out pretty well in my favor. We even gave up, a pretty decent amount of hits and still able to hold them to 1 run. We almost gave up another couple right at the end there, but 12 hits to hold them to 1 run, pretty good stuff. Some bad base running in there helped us out a little bit as well. But there you go. There is game number 67 on the season. Hopefully you enjoyed. We are off tomorrow, and we'll be back Friday with the series opener against the Chicago White Sox. White Sox are 39-31, performing better in game than in real life. Dylan Cease is going to be on the mound. He is 5-3 with a 2.69 ERA. Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners, 4-2 with a 2.68 ERA. So be sure to tune in Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on youtube.com/Shaunosaurus Rex, where you can catch Mariners baseball every single day that the Mariners play. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, ring the bell, and we will see you Friday with more Mariners action. Hopefully we can keep this offensive rhythm going. We'll have a weekend series, and then we'll have Monday off. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you later. Good sports. Go Mariners.